Series 1, Episode 3. The Modern War. We all know the atrocities that wartime brings. Many known wars and secret wars have desecrated lands and slaughtered millions over the centuries. Covert wars for political power and money gain have and continue to rape and pillage across the world. The wars to thwart communism cost an unimaginable amount of men, women and children's lives. The war on terror has created a never-ending battle, as it's not a war against a people, a dictator or even a power. It's a war against an ideology that has such a broad spectrum, it can never be won. Terrorism is a thought and an action which can sprout up endlessly from anywhere at any time. The only way this can be fully controlled is full control. Control of everything. Movement, purchases, speech, thoughts, feelings and surveillance. The war on terror, which was caused by the falsified 9/11 attacks, is a sadistic and twisted way to help push their agenda to reach the goal of a new world order or one world government. But they need more to achieve this. Now they have the foundation, being the fear of terrorism, which keeps us scared, and the false mindset that we need a government and trust them to provide us with security. They need the capacity and the power for full surveillance, to keep a watchful eye on a chipped and tracked population with curfews and social ratings. The modern war is the war against the people. The fundamental way of life as we know it is going to change forever. Now, there is no need for a world war. Now that sounds like fantastic news. No shooting and bombing of millions of people. However, the powers they will soon possess will not require guns and bombs to wipe out millions. Sure, they will continue to produce their military strong arm because it will be needed if the people wake up before it's too late. And also to keep the current political power status against the foreign counterparts. As well as force that strong arm when the day comes for their next big movement on the chessboard. We are fast heading towards a dystopian world with facial recognition, chipped arms with full digital currency and social ratings, dictating where we can go, who we can be and how we can live. All these technologies already exist, and some countries such as China have already rolled them out. This is no conspiracy, this is happening as we speak. My fear is that to get to this status they will need to thin out the herd. After all, less people are easier to manage and control. They just need enough to keep the clogs turning and their income flowing in. Don't think that it will only be what they would consider to be unprofitable people, i.e., of the third world, as the biggest threat comes from us, the possible rebel. Lion would be a domestic source. That is why we have fluoride in our waters and toothpastes, why we are brainwashed into thinking eating the dead flesh of drugged animals is healthy, and why we have to vaccinate the next generations. It all keeps us weak. Weak and disconnected in our mind, body and our soul. We currently have something like 7 billion people. That is hard to picture, but let's just say this: the Wembley Football Stadium in London carries a full capacity of 90,000 people. We would need around 80,000 stadiums to hold the current known population, which is growing exponentially. Now you see the problem. That is a lot of people to manage and control under one government. One simple way to thin out the herd or remove millions and millions of people, and I believe this to be their plan, would be a worldwide pandemic, a man-made virus, to wipe out vast amounts of the population. I have spoken on this before, and Ebola could easily have been a test run or an experiment to find the perfect virus. They also need the perfect antidote. After all, it needs to be 100% controllable, so it definitely needs practical test results. When you look into America's FEMA camps in all the old bought-out Walmart warehouses, with millions of stacks of plastic coffins, it no longer seems far-fetched. They are plotting something and preparations are well underway. Then you find out they have been building deep underground military bases, or DUMBs for short. It's more evident that people will be chosen to be among the survivors. This all sounds like a science fiction tale, but please do some research and you can see for yourself, these things are very real. With 5G being rolled out across the world, people are celebrating in man's achievement to stay connected with the rest of the world no matter where you are. What people don't realize is that 5G is completely different to 4G. 5G uses a short wavelength frequency capable of carrying a much higher volume of information but over a shorter distance. This means there will be countless hubs on every single street, all transmitting these yet to be fully tested frequencies. The scary part is that this technology has been used for years by the military. It can be used to send information to our brains and subliminally control our thoughts, or at the very least alter our moods. This is being implemented first so that they can start to choose the new population for the new world, after their mass genocide. B. To begin to control the outcome and solidify the path of their agenda. And C. Begin the shift into the dystopian, fully controlled world they are so desperately rooting for. I sincerely hope that I am wrong about all of this, but research shows very strong evidence that this is the path that we are on. Yes, certain aspects are speculation, but you have to ask yourself, what are all those plastic coffins for? Why is 5G being rolled out before any real test results, and why do we have no say in the matter? There will be a hub outside of our children's bedroom windows on the telegraph pole, transmitting endless streams of information, constantly without fault. Our brains react to certain frequencies, sound frequencies and radio wavelengths. Our entire existence revolves around sound resonance. Sound frequency carries information. There have been studies which show the frequencies within hateful words are harmful, whereas kind words are healing. That old saying that, "Sticks and stones may break my bones but words can never harm me," no longer holds any brass. If words can be harmful at a molecular level, just imagine what frequencies they have up the sleeves, ready to utilize against us. Either way, this technology is powerful and dangerous, as certain frequencies are completely undetectable to our ears and our brains, and we will not know or detect the problem. We will feel like we are still in control. They have played the long game, now the chess pieces are lined up and they are ready. Are you?